All right, so in this one, what we're going to do is we want to make sure that the file that we upload is saved in cloudinary and want to be able to access it via that cloudinary storage. So the first thing you need to do is you need to have an account with cloudinary. So I will open this guy up here. So this is my own cloudinary dashboard. What you need to do is just go to cloudinary.com and then just sign up for a free account. You don't even need to enter your credit card. It's free and they have a very generous free tier. So when you sign up and you are able to log in on your home page, that's on your dashboard page, you should be able to see this API environment variable. So just copy it, and of course I'll just try as much as possible to not expose mine. All right, so just copy that and slot that into your .env file. So you see this .env file here. I am going to come here and then I'll just slot that in. So it should be cloudinary URL blah blah blah. All right, but for me to paste that in, I'll have to pause the video and do it secretly. Okay, so I've pasted my own cloudinary URL, and next thing we need to do is we need to install the cloudinary package for our backend. So I believe it's npm install npm install and then cloudinary. Yeah, that's the correct spelling. So just hit enter on that and then it should install. So while it's installing, we can actually begin the setup here. So first off, I actually need to wait for it to finish installing so that I can safely import it. So let's just give it a couple of seconds. All right, so it has finished installing here. All right, so let's import the cloudinary package. So I just got to come here and require it, and come on, help me out, require, and the name is cloudinary. So let me do it at once. I'll just say cloudinary, but you're not going to stop here. It's actually the version 2. So here at the end here you say cloudinary.v2 v2, and this is in the npm documentation. So they have this package, it exists in npmjs.com, so you can check it out there. So where we're handling the file upload, remember we said that if there is a file that comes with a request, then we want to do this. So I'm just going to come here and I would save the file to cloudinary before I then put it in this file data variable. So how am I going to do that? I'll just say I'll create a variable. I'll call that variable uploaded file. So let me just say let uploaded file, because I want to upload this file to cloudinary. You know what, let me just have a comment that will here. I'll just say save file or save image to cloudinary, because that's what we want to do here. So uploaded file, yeah, and I'll just close that like this. So now let's save it to cloudinary. You know what I'll do? What I'll do is I'll just use a try catch block here for saving it to cloudinary. Okay, so here now I'll now say uploaded file is now equal to, and then I'll await cloudinary dot uploader. So this is in the cloudinary documentation, and then I'll say dot upload. Okay, now this is going to take some parameters. The first is the location of the file you want to upload, and remember we already have that in request.file.path. So you can just grab that here and then give them that information. So paste that in. Then next is an object that contains some settings, like where do you want to save the file. So here I'll say I want to create a folder that I want to save the file, and I'll call that folder I need to make it different because I've already saved one before. Okay, I'll say p. Okay, it needs to be a string, so I'll call that folder p invent app. Okay, so I just added app. The one I used before was just p invent, so I've added app here. Then the next property I'll define is the kind of file that I'm uploading, or the kind of resource that I'm uploading. So it's resource underscore type, and we're going to set that to image. Okay, so I think that's it for this one. Now if there's any error, well, I'll just throw, so response.status, and then I'll just do 500 server error, and then let's throw a new error. I'll say image could not be uploaded, so image could not be uploaded. Aha. So now you see here, inside of this if statement, if we get a file, what we want to do first is we want to upload it to cloudinary, and that's what we just specified here. So after it has uploaded to cloudinary, the file, or that upload process, everything will be stored inside this uploaded file variable that we created. All right, so I hope you're following. So now we can, now instead of, in this our file data, instead of saying the file path is request.file.path, right, which will eventually be saved inside this upload folder, we can now point to cloudinary. So you see this uploaded file here, it has some properties. So I'll delete this guy here and say uploaded file dot secure URL. Aha, so you see it has even given me autocomplete. So now, fingers crossed, let's go ahead and test out this new functionality we just added. So I'll come here, I'll save this guy, and then let's bring up Insomnia, and I'm gonna test it. So this time I'll say products 3, and I'll choose a new, or I can even use the same what's it called, image. Maybe I should just choose a new one. So I'll choose a new one, and I'll just use, maybe not electronics anymore, let me use a phone or something. Aha, phone. Select that, and then fingers crossed, let's fire it. So I'll send. Taking longer than, aha, so you see it has uploaded, everything has gone through. So now let's see the difference here. So you see this file path, you notice that it's no more pointing to that uploads directory. It's now giving us the URL that comes from cloudinary, secure URL that comes from cloudinary. You can directly view this image. So let me just right click and see if I can right click and copy the link. Okay, yeah, so it has opened up. Aha, so this is the image. So technically we are storing our image directly to cloudinary now. So even if render decides that they don't want us to store images on their server because we have a free account, or they don't want us to store files because we have a free account, we don't have a problem with that. We're using cloudinary, and cloudinary has a good free tier. So if you even go to cloudinary, you can check where that file was stored. I think that's in media library. So just go to media library, and then it will show you your files and folders. Aha, so you see we now have p-invent app. So if you open that, which is the name of the folder we specified, you will see, I want to open it actually. Okay, let me say browse. Yeah, so if you open that, you'll see that we have the phone there. So technically we've now seen how we can upload our files to cloudinary. All right, so that's about it for this one. I'll see you in the next one.